What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Real quick, I'm going to be answering some quick questions that I received in my email. Also, I'm going to be talking about my paranormal experiences that many people have asked about. And I'm actually going to keep this video short and sweet because really soon I need to get ready to go to an appointment that I have to do a spiritual reading on. So before I start, I would like to do or give out a big shout out. Hey Rhiannon, she's on Twitter. Y'all need to check her out. Her Twitter account is Rubik's Cube, RUBIXXKUBE. Check her out, add her and follow her. She's really awesome. She's like a sister to me. And she's been very supportive throughout this journey that I'm on with the work that I do. Also, hi to my family and friends, everybody on Twitter, everybody on Facebook, on Snapchat. Y'all can catch me at Mon, M-O-N, Spirit, S-P-I-R-I-T, Q-U-E-E-N. Excuse me. I've been having a long week and still need to catch up on my sleep. So it's Mon Spirit Queen. You can catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. You guys can also email me at Monica, M-O-N-I-C-A, Spirit Queen at yahoo.com, which most of you guys have already been doing. And I got my inbox was literally flooded with questions. And I'm going to answer some quick questions. Normally I answer questions that have to do with the spiritual realm, paranormal. Some of the questions I got were kind of personal, but there is one particular personal question that a lot of people have asked, which I don't know why, but weirdest thing, it'll make you laugh and kind of like raise an eyebrow, like, what? Which that was me too. I was like, why are people asking me that? But my lips, they've asked if I have any injections or if they're naturally mine. Don't ask me why. I don't know. That's just some of the questions that I got. But just to answer one personal question, my lips are mine. I don't do injections. I don't do needles. I'm scared to death of needles. And yeah, let's move on. Anyways, a couple of other questions as far as what my biggest fears are. What am I most scared about when it comes to the paranormal and non-paranormal? Well, when it comes to paranormal, I guess my biggest fear for that one is, and I learned to cope with it, and I learned how to deal with it, so I'm not surprised every time it happens. But it's when spirits actually jump out of nowhere, like literally. And I'm not saying like boo, like, the ones in the cartoons or in the movies or Ghostbusters that just jump in front of you like boo and ah. No, nothing like that. I just don't like being surprised. Another one of my little secrets I'm letting out. I don't like surprises. I don't care if it's good. I don't care if it's bad. I just don't like it. Never trusted surprises. That's just me though. Anyways, so when I'm doing, if I go out for like a paranormal investigation work that I do, or I team up with others and do it, of course I don't show it because that's just, I don't show my fear, especially most of the time. But I do, I just don't like spirits surprising me that much. Doesn't really bother me as much, but I just don't like it. And I still deal with it. It's my work. Don't get me wrong. I love what I'm doing. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing probably for the rest of my life. But I just don't like any surprises. Non-related paranormal, I would say, which I have posted a video before, and many people know already that, really dumb, and maybe it's just me, maybe it's not, maybe, a lot of you guys could relate to it also, but I don't like dentists. Dentist office, to me, it's like, I don't know, walking into a war zone or something. I just don't like dentist office. I go obviously because, you know, everybody does, and I choose to. But every time I go, I actually post pictures on Snapchat, and I'm like, I'm freaking out. You know, it's life. It's part of life, and it's what, you know, what we do. But anyways, and then my other fear is needles, and again relates to dentistry, because they have to stick a needle in your gums to numb you sometimes if you know, for whatever reason. When I was growing up and I had cavities growing up, and they're like, oh, I'll put the laughing gas on you and you'll be fine, it's okay. And I was like, oh, I don't know. That's the only time I've ever given my parents a hard time, was at the dentist's office. But thank God for them. I'm good. Anyways, let's go back to a few things real quick that people are asking. Let's see. As far as, sorry, I'm kind of reading through some of the questions that you guys sent me. As far as the paranormal, are spirits good? Kind of hesitated for a minute to answer that. Spirits are not as good as people think they are. Are there good spirits? Absolutely. There's a lot of very, very good spirits, guardian angels, spirits that, you know, either protect you or help you or whatever. That's a whole different show though. But anyways, yes, to answer the question, some spirits are good. It's just really hard to, for me it's not, but you know, for regular people, because I didn't say I'm normal or regular. I'm just kidding. But no, some spirits are deceiving. They're manipulators, especially the dark side. So if anytime you're dealing with spirits, just be very careful. Be very careful who you trust, who you allow in your life, in your personal space, because that's what spirits do. They like to be like right there. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying. And I'm kind of like rushing through because I really need to get going. But you guys are also important to me, so I figured I'd take a few minutes real quick. Also, a lot of the questions that I actually got was, what kind of experiences have I had? Do I still have them? And attachments, if I had any. Yes, I've had many attachments, especially with the line of work that I do. I have gone out and used myself as bait, which the videos will be ready to be posted, I'm thinking sometime mid-April. But yes, I have gotten attachments. It's really, it's not as pleasant as some people think. Oh, cool, you have a spirit that's following you around and that's, you know, in your home. And no, the attachment that I have was very different, very dark. Yes, I do know how to get rid of them. Yes, I do know how to do cleansings. No, I'm not a witch. I'm not a gypsy. I don't do, and I've said this many times and I keep getting the same questions. No, I don't do voodoo stuff. I don't do Ouija boards, and I don't do tarot reading cards. I think all of those are just BS's as far as people that don't know what the hell they're dealing with. And I'm sorry, you know, people watching this that have done it. It's just my opinion. I'm very outspoken. I have nothing against what you guys do. I'm just saying, in my own opinion that I'm giving and my advice, I wouldn't do it. Ouija boards do open portholes. They do attract a lot of dark entities, especially the manipulators that, oh, look, there's a portal that's open. Let's go and fuck with them. Excuse my sailor mouth. And then to tarot reading cards that most psychics use. Again, you guys could criticize me all you want, you know, but to me, it's like I've met a lot of great psychics and mediums that are actually real. And people like us, we don't need tarot cards. We don't need the cards to tell our future or people's future. We don't need Ouija boards to communicate, because that all naturally comes to us. If you're real, you don't need to use all that BS. And trying to make money off of people or rip them off. That's my opinion. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I personally know a few people that have gone to psychics for answers to their questions, and it never turned out okay. And those are the people that contact me saying that they feel like they have an attachment, that people in their homes are getting hurt, weird activities are going on. And then when I have a sit down talk with them, during the interview, they tell me that they've gone to a psychic, and activities started right after they went to a psychic. So, you know, just like, I'm not saying don't go. I mean, that's completely up to you guys. I'm not criticizing anybody. I'm just saying that from my personal experience and my opinion, and people like me, not naming people, but there's some people on paranormal shows also. They're real, and the ones that are real don't really need the Ouija board and the cards and voodoo stuff that they do, or seances. I don't do seances. I don't need to do seances. Do I know how to do them? Yes, I do. I've studied a lot. I know how to do the Ouija boards. Obviously, most people in the world do. Tarot reading, I know how to do it. Do I mess with it? Nope. Voodoos, no. One thing that you guys need to know real quick is what goes around comes around. When they say karma is a bitch, that's exactly what my meaning to it is, at least. When you mess with the spiritual realm, especially if any dark side is involved in it, there's a price to pay. There's always a price to pay. Do I pay any prices? Absolutely. Everybody pays a price that deals with it. I don't go out looking for it. I don't mess with it. My job is to cleanse homes. My job is to do spiritual readings. My job is to protect people that are being haunted and get rid of the haunting. My job is to help spirits cross over. And I'm not going to get too much into details of some of the private things that I do, but that's pretty much what I do. What people call me for is I do help them out a lot. Spiritual readings, no, I don't use tarot cards. For cleansings, one popular, not famous, a popular thing that I do use is sage, which, you know, everybody should know already that sage does do cleansing, but at the same time, it doesn't always work. There's process and there's steps depending on which dimension the spirit comes from, because there are different dimensions in the spiritual realm that most people don't know about. Most people don't talk about the difference between good and evil. And is there an in-betweener? That's what people ask me a few questions is, what is an in-betweener? And I've heard people say that are reapers in-betweener. Again, I don't go too much into details as far as how the spiritual realm works. There are some things that need to be kept in the spiritual realm, and that's why, you know, we're humans out here, and people out here are supposed to not mess with the spiritual realm unless you have the gift, unless you know how to control it, which is what I'm saying, you know. Unless you have a trainer and someone is training and guiding you how to do certain things that you want to do. You just don't want to take the book and open it up and just be like, okay, I'm going to read this and I'm going to do that. And then when shit goes wrong, oh, fuck, what am I going to do? I'm going to go to a psychic. So I'm going to go to one that does tarot cards that don't know, you know, what they're bringing in. And I'm just going to add fuel to the fire. No, and that's what someone like me or somebody similar to me that does what I do, goes in there and does the cleansings. I've seen people get hurt before. I've seen people get possessed before. Yes, I do see spirits. I do hear them. I do communicate with them. And I do spiritual readings, and normally I'm like dead on. So in fact, if you go to my Facebook page, Monica Spirit Queen, you can actually see one of the major readings I did online, a live reading for a young lady named Amber Star. Hey girl. She's awesome. I love her. And you guys can check out that video, the live reading that I did for her. And just watch her reactions. And then you'll see. And then I'm going to jump in real quick about my attachments and my paranormal experiences before I have to go. Doggy, stop. My little dog. Anyways, I'm just gonna talk about a few paranormal experiences right now, and then when I come back, I'm gonna sit down and actually, go in details of some of the things that happen. Some things I don't talk about because they're personal to me that happened, and it's just not for the world to know. But when my husband and I first got married almost 14 years ago, thank you. We ended up moving to Lancaster. We met in California. I grew up in Glendale, California. Everybody knows that by now already. And met my husband in California. Not going to say where. But anyways, so we moved to Lancaster, California. We got our first apartment together. It's a beautiful 2-bedroom apartment with a beautiful big fireplace, a huge balcony, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a beautiful big kitchen. I mean, it was just gorgeous. And so a few weeks after we move in, I decide I want to get a puppy because, I'm an animal lover. I have 3 dogs of my own, which one's sleeping over here and the other 2 are down there on the floor. But anyways, so I decided I want to get a puppy. And all my animals that I ever had or still have are rescues. So I went and rescued a little puppy. It was a little Chihuahua about that big, very, very tiny. And we bring him home, and, so, I get attached to the dog. I love it when I come home and I have, my pets, greeting me and jumping all over. I just don't like the jumping part too much, but, it's nice. I get a friendly welcome every time I come home. So, my husband and I at the time were working full-time, and by the time we get home from work at night, we were just butthole tired, just drained, and we're like, okay, we're going to go to bed. One night, we went to bed around midnight, and the next morning we got up and we're, getting ready and stuff, and my husband puts out the dog bowl and the food and the water and stuff for the dog, and there's no dog to be found. Now, let me tell you this. Anytime my dog hears the bag of food shaking and pouring in his bowl, he comes running. No matter if he's asleep or not, he hears the food and he'll run. He was like a little piggy. But that particular morning, there was no dog around, none whatsoever. We checked around the house, and the bathrooms, and the bedrooms, and the kitchen, even by the fireplace. There was this little cute cubby kind of looking thing that we had made for him, and so he could stay warm next to the fireplace and lay in there if he wanted to. And he wasn't even there. So we were checking the windows. We always locked the balcony door, the windows, and the door at night to go to bed. Everything was locked. But my dog was nowhere to be found. So we're like, okay, this is fucking weird. We decide, just for the sake of it, for my own peace of mind, to just go out and search for him and see maybe he's in a complex somewhere. Maybe he accidentally got out, which there's no way that he could actually get out. So we end up going around. We locked the door and we went out for about 30 minutes. We're looking for my dog. And at that point, I was just so mentally and emotionally drained. I was like, okay, we're going to come back. And I have a few pictures of him at home that we took. And I'm going to take some pictures out and see if show people around and see if they've seen him or not. Well, surely enough, we get home, I open the door, and we both hear water sounds. Okay, that's kind of fucking odd. Why would there be water sounds? So I go into the kitchen. The kitchen sink is on. The water is on full blast on hot water. So we shut the water off. And, this is one of those moments when you're not too sure if that place is haunted or not. And this particular place, the spirits, maybe it could have been just my mind playing tricks on me sometimes too. Not playing tricks, but I would get home so exhausted at night. I wouldn't even know if there was gunshots on the other side of the street or an earthquake happening or just fire somewhere. I wouldn't know and I wouldn't care because I was just so tired and I just wanted to get home and sleep. But anyways, we end up, and this is one of the head scratchers, what the fuck is going on? We go to the bathrooms, and both bathrooms, the shower and the sink are on full blast. It's like walking into a sauna because the hot water turned into a fog, and it was just like, you know, running for a while. So we turn it off. I grab the pictures, and at that time, I don't have any time to waste because I want my puppy. So we run back downstairs, and I lock the door, and we go around the complex, and we go around the neighborhood, and I'm showing pictures of my dog. If you guys see this dog, please come and let me know, or give me a call. Let me know what's going on because I want my dog. So after a while, we come home again, and by then I'm more drained than ever. So we get home, and sure enough, I open the door, and all the water is running. Not only that, we had a fan on the in the kitchen on the ceiling fan, and the fan was going. The lights were off, but the fan was going. All the water in the house was on. So we go turn it off again, and I'm just like I just, you know what I mean? And sometimes, you know, you think, okay, you think the worst, like it might have come out somehow. It could be a possibility, but how? You know, you guys explained to me when we all went to bed, and our dog normally lays either in between us, under the blanket, or down by our feet. And that's where, you know, he was with us that night, the night before. So then the next day I light my candles, and I started reading into it and looking into what happened. Now, before I say anything, spirits do have the ability to pull things into their realm where a human being won't be able to see with their own eyes if they don't have the ability. And mainly small things, like, you know, when people are being haunted, like, for example, you know, you get home and you put your keys down, and you put your wallet down and your phone, and then you go and you try to get your phone, and your phone's gone, and like, where the fuck is my phone? And then you find it like in the bedroom or in the bathroom. I don't remember putting it there, but okay, and you just kind of brush it off. That's what they do. They'll take things into their realm and then push it back into our realm, and they fuck with you all the time like that. So what happened most likely is that the spirits or the dark entities in that house or in that apartment were able to pull my dog through into their realm. So they dog napped my puppy, and I've never seen him after that. Never been found after that. About 2 months later, right before Christmas, I wanted to get a little kitten. We went to the pound. Actually, my thing was I'm going to get another puppy. But when we got to the pound, I saw this cute little kitten. And it was an orange tabby, and we named him Trouble. He literally lived up to his name. So we got this little kitten. And then shortly after that, we got a Christmas tree for Christmas because it was right around the corner. So every now and then I would hear my cat going up the Christmas tree, and the toys rattling and making noise and stuff. So I you know, Trouble, get your butt down. Like, you know better. You can't go up on the tree. So we end up, we went to bed one night, and right before actually falling asleep, both my husband and I heard the Christmas tree, the ornaments and the tree rattling, and like, sound like, you know, something, or even my cat might be going up there. When I got ready to sit up to listen in a little bit more, and getting ready to get up and see what the hell it is, because I was thinking, okay, it's my cat. The minute I sat up, my cat was laying right behind me next to my pillow, and he was sound asleep. Normally he sleeps either like right next to me or right above my head. So my husband and I go out there, and the tree is, the ornaments are moving, and you know, you can hear it, and you can actually see, like, I see the ornaments moving. We're like, what the fuck, you know? And too late for that. I just want to sleep. So I didn't really care too much, especially being me, like being spiritual and being so used to the spiritual realm. It didn't really bother me that much. You know what I mean? I'm just so used to spiritual activities and paranormal things going on around me. So we go to bed, and about 10 minutes later, I hear it again. So we go out to check. Of course, my cat's still laying with us. And then within maybe 3-4 seconds, right when we got there to the tree to see what it was, I heard like the squeaky sound, like a cupboard door being opened in the kitchen. So we go in the kitchen, and all the cupboard doors are wide open, and which was, I was just pissed at that point. It's like, first you fuck with my dog, now you're trying to make it look like my cat's fucking with us, but it's actually you. And that's, you know, this story is actually, the meaning behind it is to let you guys know how manipulative spirits are. They made me think, or made us think, that it's our cat, and it really wasn't even our cat. So they will manipulate. That's just one thing you guys need to remember. So then a few years later, I mean, we moved out and got another place, but a few years later, I was pregnant with our first daughter, and we ended up moving to Vegas. My family had moved there, so we went there. We got a house, and come to find out, during moving day of the house, previous owners didn't do such a good job taking care or taking the rest of their paper trails with them of what they were up to in that house. On top of the shelf in the closet, we had, you know, walk-in closets, and it was just beautiful. And it had shelves, and when I was putting stuff in the shelves, because, I mean, who thinks to look up on the shelves and thinking, okay, well, I'm going to buy this house, I'm going to look in and you would think that everything's clean. And majority of it, everything was clean, everything was neat, everything was perfect. The previous owners did not live there too long, and I found out why. Well, what we found in a closet were books, and these were satanic books, dark spells, how to do voodoo, how to do, showed how to do the right way of Ouija boards, and talked about the tarot cards and how to, you know, do the pentagram with the goat head, and it was just, you know, how to cast spells and curses and things like that, and it just sucked. It really sucked. I was just like, I was so pissed off, so I ended up throwing those books away. Not too long after that, there's been very, very, very strong and dark activities that happen. Doors slamming shut, locking on their own. I've gotten a lot of things thrown at me. A couple of my nice china cups were thrown at me and broke. I even made a joke with my husband, because, I mean, that's all we can do to lighten up the spirit, you know what I mean, a little bit. Excuse me. And I ended up telling my husband, from now on, I'm going to hold an umbrella, and I'm just going to, like, walk with the umbrella every time I go into the kitchen, because most of the activity was from the kitchen. We had a second floor, and a second floor den where the other 2 bedrooms and a bathrooms were at, and we would constantly hear things, you know, footsteps upstairs. Our master bedroom was downstairs, and we would think, oh my God, okay, the kids are up, they're going to the bathroom, they want a snack, and I don't know. So we would get up, and we would go in the kids' rooms, and they're all asleep. We've heard voices talking. I've had scratches. I've gotten attacked in that house. I felt like I was the main target. I've gotten attacked many times. I've got bite marks, bruises, scratches, burning sensation in the back of my neck. One time it looked like I actually got a hickey in a weird spot right here, but it wasn't. It was just really, really bad. You know what I mean? And to the point where my kids, I just didn't feel safe for my kids to be there anymore. You know, if they were done with me, then what makes me think they're not going to go after my kids? Or, you know, my husband was one of the targets too. Both him and I suffered a lot in that house with attachments and physical things that were going on with us. One night we had a romantic dinner. Our parents had the kids for the weekend, so, you know, we can be alone for that weekend. And we're sitting in the living room, and we have the candles on, and we put on a movie, and we're, you know, eating dinner, drinking some wine and beer. Beer is mine. And next thing you know, the candles, the way our TV was above it, we had a shelf where we could put like little knickknacks and cute little things like that. And we had lit a bunch of candles up there, and I love candles. I'm like a candle freak. My whole house is nothing but candles. Shh, I didn't say that out loud. But anyways, we end up watching a movie, and within the first 30 minutes of the movie, one candle just flew off. And this could have been jealous spirits, because spirits, when they get attached to one person, they do have jealousy issues if someone else is around that person. I believe that when my husband kept getting attacked, it's because he was, and it's weird because he would get attacked right after he would either try to hold me at night, hold my hand, give me a kiss, sit down next to me, hold me, just anything. That anytime my husband was around me, being physical with me, shortly after that, something would happen to him. And so we ended up selling the house and getting out of there. We were there, I think almost 3 years, almost 4 years. We moved out back in 2012. So that's pretty much our experiences with the paranormal. There's just so much more. I'll get into more details later on, but I hope I answered some of your questions. I am going to be back. The videos are almost done editing. I know you guys are like, this bitch does not have any videos. No, I do have videos, and that's why I keep talking about it, and that's why I'm so excited for you guys to see. It's actually most of my videos that I made doing paranormal investigations, including, you know, some readings that I've recorded too that I've done for people. And I do random readings once a month. I actually go down to the strip on Vegas Boulevard, and I'll walk the strip, and I'll do just random readings and record that also. And just to see the people's reactions is priceless. Like, do I know you? How the fuck do you know that about me? Or, you know, when they ask me a question, they have the husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend next to them, and I'm like looking, I'm like, are you sure you want me to answer that question? Because this is, you know, and it's just, it's interesting to see people's faces. Just the look on their faces are priceless. And when I do readings over the phone, people contact me and email me all the time, and I call them back, and I do readings over the phone, you know, out of state people, and I shock the shit out of them too. So if you guys want to give it a try, go ahead and email me at monicaspiritqueen@yahoo.com. That's monicaspiritqueen@yahoo.com. And I would love to show off my abilities a little bit, especially on days when I'm bored, which is hardly ever. Anyways, again, just to remind you guys, sometime in mid-April, all the rest of my videos should be finished. It should be ready, and I'm going to be posting them one by one. Also, don't forget to check out, I just posted a video yesterday about one of the bloopers. I have a lot of bloopers too that you guys will die. Just in the middle of making a video and certain shit that happens. It's really funny, but anyways, so yeah, I did a video. I was trying to do a short video yesterday, and my son Nathan, he has his own videos, Little Nate the Great, which most of you are familiar with too. And I decided I'm going to do this video with my kids this time. You know, it's going to be really short and just to say hi or whatever. And my son Nate thought that it was his video, so he pretty much took over the show. And I thought it was a really fun thing to put it as bloopers, one of the funniest bloopers you guys will ever see. So that's also on my page. Check that out too. Most of my videos, I have caught a lot of apparitions, a lot of spiritual activities, some voices and stuff. And so as far as using myself as bait, because people ask me if that is true, yes, it is true. No, I'm not crazy. Well, maybe a little bit for doing that, but I use myself as bait to increase the spiritual activity, so I can catch it on video and show it to you guys. Yes, it is dangerous, and before anybody asks me about those videos, I'm just gonna say the answer is yes. I did have multiple attachments making those videos afterwards with the places that I've been to. But I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I enjoy it. I love it. I don't know what I would do without doing what I'm doing, especially dealing with the spiritual realm. It's just part of me. It's part of my life. I love it, and I would not change it for the world. Any other, I have gone to paranormal investigations with paranormal crews and this and that. So if anybody else out there that's either skeptics and want proof, I can definitely prove that the spirits are real, even though it's not my job to. But if you want me to, I have no problem doing that. All the other paranormal investigators out there, I do travel some right now, not a lot, because most of my work I try to keep it local. But I am also expanding my business, expanding what I'm doing with my partner and I. So anybody out there that needs help out with confirmations or getting any kind of reading on a location before you guys go inside, I would love to help you out, and I would love to do that also. Just let me know ahead of time so I could free up my schedule for if I'm traveling or if you guys are coming down here. It doesn't matter. I will definitely open up a schedule, and then we'll just have some fun. But anyways, I gotta get going now. I don't want to be late. My client will be waiting. I gotta get ready. I have that spiritual reading to do, and thinking possibly recording that one too. So I will put that video up shortly also. And well, you guys have a great weekend that's coming up. And I don't know what's up with the crazy weather in Vegas, but everywhere else, I hope you guys are safe, and then the weather's warming up. I know there's some blizzards that were going on other places that people contact me and told me just a week or two ago. Just be safe and stay warm, and y'all just enjoy the good weekend that's coming up shortly in a few days. And I will see you guys soon. I will definitely be back. And we'll just, we'll have some fun. I'm going to put up a lot more fun videos, so it's not just me sitting here and talking. You guys will see a lot more activities. This is just something really quick that I wanted to do and share a little bit on my paranormal experiences. Oh, and one more thing. Have I ever gotten a phone call from the other side? I don't know if a phone call, you mean a message from the other side or an actual phone call. Answer to that is yes, and I'm just going to leave it to that. And those who have experienced it also as well, that deals with the spiritual realm, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm not going to go into details with that phone call or what happened afterwards. And there's a lot more spooky and scary and crazy things that happen that you guys will literally die for to watch. I'm kidding, not literally. All right, y'all, I gotta get going, and I will see you guys soon. Don't do what I would do, and have a great weekend. Take care.